All right, yo, 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 what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Okay, super interesting session already, I can see. So, I'll wait for a few people to get on quick. Let me just let the Discord know that I'm live. Okay. All right, so this is something that a lot of you probably haven't seen before, but this is actually the standard deviations of the Asia range, okay? Um, Normally, we don't go past two or three of these standard deviations, but I want to see how we behave here at this hourly low. Okay, we have an hourly low right here that I think we're probably headed towards, and if we can get some kind of a long setup towards the second standard deviation, or before it, or after it, then maybe we can look for a long. What's up, Kay? Good morning, sir. Good morning, good morning. But right now, what I'm looking at, guys, on this hourly chart is we have the sell side here, and then this is a very obvious sell side. And again, just repeating, these are standard deviations of the Asia range. And what's up, Charlie? Good morning, sir. What I want to see here is potentially the first standard deviation to get hit, which is the sell side, and then potentially the second one even, or maybe somewhere between the first and the second. We can look for a long after this sell side is taken on the hourly, but we'll see how that behaves because right now we have swept that first sell side, but we still have these two. So my guess is that we're going to have bearish PA this morning. Again, I could be wrong. Did we form some perfect equal highs here? No, we did not. I've not seen many perfect equal highs form recently. Trying to see if there are any that formed in the London session or the Asia session. No, really nothing that formed in either from what I see. Very interesting. Pretty nice short that happened earlier. I didn't like this one as much because I wanted this gap to fill, but we came up, swept buy side, and then we had a nice inversion. But yeah, so no news today, guys. I will be honest. So realistically, the trades that I'll be taking today will not be on a cash account. Maybe a funded if it's too good to ignore, but most likely just passing another eval. So we'll see what we get, but that's what I'm thinking about right now. But yeah, right now, what stands out to me again is the sell side here. So right here, and then this sell side right here. Excuse me. A lot of things doing poorly today. Uh, you got Nvidia down 3%. Again, guys, I still like Nvidia at these levels, but I think Nvidia is going to end up going lower. I think we are going to end up taking out these lows that we formed here and trading into these mean thresholds on the monthly chart, meaning 83.90, 83.15, and then potentially sell side at 75. That's where my major buys are going to be if I do get the opportunity to get that on Nvidia. Let's just take a look at the rest of the charts here. Poorest performer today is Tesla. No surprise, we have earnings tomorrow or Wednesday. I have to double check. SOXL down 6%. By the way, guys, I am going to start selling puts on SOXL pretty soon. Tristan, bro, I mean, if it's a good stock, I'll tell you if it's worth it or not. You tell me the stock, I'll tell you if it's worth it to keep your car. Wow, Boeing doing pretty poorly too, unfortunately. ASML, this one I'm going to be adding to pretty soon, if not today. HIMS, this one I have sold puts on, but I will sell more and alert the Discord. But yeah, nothing that I'm seeing so far right now, guys, obviously. Okay, my draw on liquidity potentially today is here, but unless I get an A plus setup to get there, there's nothing. But one thing I will let you guys know, and this is a higher risk play, okay? It is a higher risk play, but if you look at SOXL right now, this is a 3x directional ETF that tracks the chips, okay? When we have very poor periods on the market with chips, we end up sinking like crazy, right? Because when Nvidia or ASML or any of these semiconductor stocks are down, for example, 10%, then this ends up being down around 30%, give or take. Again, it like averages a bunch of these semiconductor stocks into one basket. But the lowest we can go with this is zero. Okay, the lowest you can go is zero. It's a stock, right? But it's an ETF. If we are able to take this sell side at 623, I am going to be filled on hundreds of shares of this. Let's just say you put $2,000 into this stock. Again, I'm not saying to do this. I'm just giving you a hypothetical. Okay. The most you can lose is $2,000. But if you end up being right on this trade, which you could eventually, when semiconductors turn around, this is going to rip. You could be up 500%, 400%, 600% if we end up getting back to some part of this range of price, which is very likely. I think at minimum we'll come back up to like the high 20s, low 30s. You could make $5,000, $10,000 on a $2,000 investment. I think that's pretty good. But we put in a top wick early after the 6 p.m. open and haven't gone back since. Yep, that is true. Okay, guys, but I'm on the 1 minute chart here on NQ. No IFEGs. Looking at the 15, we're rejecting from this bearish gap, but no inversions for me to take, even though I think we're probably going to head down to the first standard deviation today, again, of the Asia range. But we'll see here. But hourly wise, you can see we're rejecting every bearish PD array, right? We come up into this hourly fair value gap, reversal. Come up into this hourly volume imbalance, reversal. Come up into this hourly fair value gap, reversal. Trade close to midnight opening price, reversal. So everything is rejection to continue lower, and the reason most likely is because we're looking to head towards this hourly sell side and at least one standard deviation of that Asia range. That's my thinking here. Well, until I see something A plus, guys, nothing will be taken, obviously. Anybody take any trades already today? I feel like Tristan has, but I might be wrong. I am going to put this on the chart real quick. Horizontal ray. Take off my magnet tool quick. So I think that this is potentially the draw now. Let me do one thing quickly. Not those. Where are my price lines? Huh. Midnight historical. Am I losing it? CDR flat. All right, Kay, have a good one, sir. Appreciate you being here. Kay took a really good IFEG short earlier today. There was an SMT with ES here, I believe he took this IFEG short, and he took his profits here, and here he trailed his stop and got stopped out on this green candle. Pretty good. Pretty good trade, and he glad that he did that because you can see that we ended up doing a full reversal and stopping out his trade if he wouldn't have taken profits or trailed his stop. But yeah, I think this is all just bearish. This 1 minute violated to the downside to go lower here, and then I think that we're heading to the standard deviations. So interesting too, guys, that Bitcoin is actually performing very well today, up 2%, almost back up to 90,000, while the VIX is up. A lot of interesting stuff going on in the markets right now, a lot of divergences, a lot of contradictions. So definitely, definitely a scary place to be. I'm not gonna lie. But nonetheless, there's so many stocks right now that are trading at such good discounts. It's too hard to ignore them. We got Amazon trading at 167, so very close to those lows that were formed when we bottomed. Whoa, look at that candle. So we could be coming up to trade into this 1 minute inversion here, possibly. Maybe we're coming up to midnight first before, I don't know, guys. This is such a tough spot to be in. I don't think that Trump tweeted, but we can check. Again, guys, when I say, whoa, what was that candle? It's not like, there's very few times where it's so massive where I'm like, oh my God, something happened. It's just how the market works. Doesn't matter if news is said, doesn't, like, these candles just happen. But unless it's so huge that I have to... Oh, the Pope died? Did you guys see that? Tristan. The funniest thing I've ever seen is when a kid shorted a 1 minute before news on a funded, and the next candle was a 600 point move. Bro, I don't understand. How are these kids? What are they doing? Like, what are you? If you're live trading a funded account, okay, I would assume that you're profitable. I mean, again, I mean, you can get a funded relatively easy if you get enough eval accounts, but still, like, how is that even? How does that work? Okay, so a decent looking 1 minute inversion here, but no liquidity sweep, right? This is the inverse right here. But not, I mean, this is not a plus to me. There's no liquidity sweep above. The stop is a little bit big. We didn't even touch into 830 again. It is a macro time, which is a good sign, but if we look at ES, let me see if there's an SMT on the 1 minute. Again, I don't really care if there is. It's kind of a small SMT, but there isn't even an SMT. What do you think of TopStep adding a 50% consistency rule? I don't think it's that bad. The noise he made. What do you think of TopStep adding a 50% consistency rule? Hmm. Wait, what is that? I'm trying to understand what that means, Tristan. Like 50% of your trades have to, or 50% of the trading value has to be. I don't even know what that means, Tristan. I thought I did for a second, but then I'm like, wait, what? Okay, so this inversion is not even giving us the chance to enter. I think you can't withdraw if your highest day is over 50% of your gains. Oh, I think that's fair. I don't think you should be, I mean, unless it's early on in your account, which it shouldn't be. By the time you get a payout is what? You need five $200 days. I think that's fine. I mean, if people are trading and making 50% of their gains in one day, that's obviously super high risk trading, and I don't think that it's good. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is going to come down, sweep this low, and go down here. Targeting the hourly sell side. Not the best setup, guys, because there was no SMT here. But nonetheless, I think this is pretty good odds that we're going to sweep this low and come down to the sell side. So if you want to take this, you can. I'm not personally going to. I don't think it's good enough for me, but you guys can do whatever you want, obviously. Ugh. So like right there, your stop really needs to be at break even. Your entry's here, right? So you're basically praying that this is not going to come back up and touch your break even, which it very likely is going to. And let's see here. Wow, no break even stop. That's wild so far. As soon as we closed below the 916 candle, I started shorting inside of that range. Interesting. Okay, so technically you have not been stopped out on this short yet, which I find very surprising. I think that it probably will, but again, if you're in this, guys, your stop to break even needs to be here at the body of this candle. Because we just swept low of day, there's no reason to create unnecessary risk here. Because if you're wrong, this is going to completely come up reverse, probably come back to this 1 minute inversion, and then maybe go down. Very tough to figure out where this is going here, guys. Or very tough to figure out the path it takes. I think it's likely to go down to this hourly and the one standard deviation, but you still have to be careful. Okay, so there's the hourly sweep, and now we have the secondary hourly below us. Oh, it didn't sweep on NQ, but it did on MNQ. Okay, so there's that first low that I just talked about. Now I think we're probably going to head here, and why? This is the number one standard deviation from the Asia range. -1 standard deviations. So normally, guys, I'll teach you guys more about this later. But if you take the Asia range and you extend it out in time, I use Fibonacci's, but I use a indicator here called ICT everything. But normally we come down to at minimum one standard deviation or up one standard deviation, and then we either get a short or a long depending on the bias for the day. But I think we're heading down to this 17,999 level. So we'll see here, but I still think this is going to head lower. TP getting edged. Well, your TP honestly should be at the standard deviation. Or like right here. Also, we have that secondary hourly sell side down here, which will probably get hit as well today if I had to guess. But again, could be wrong. But ooh, big down move there. All right, pay attention to this level, guys. We should go there. Again, that's one standard deviation away from the Asia range. That's the reasoning behind that trade. And boom. Okay, so we're almost there, not quite, but we should hit the one standard deviation at minimum. Wow, that was one tick before the Asia low, or Asia's STD. Standard deviation is what that stands for, guys. See how amazing this is, guys? It's an amazing thing that I use, but I don't often show that on the screen. So you guys are lucky that you're seeing it. But some of you might know that from some of ICT's playlists. And there it is. All right, so we've got the one standard deviation now. I would not be surprised if we end up going two standard deviations. And that takes us not quite, there's the hourly sell side, and it takes us down a little bit lower, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Why are we not getting our standard deviations on this screen? If you guys want to take a short right now, I think we will probably sweep the sell side today. Maybe we come very close and we move higher first, but I think this is definitely the draw. So again, guys, pay attention to this hourly sell side. This is the draw of liquidity. Draw on liquidity today. Oh, there's our standard deviation. So you can see that we completely disrespected the one standard deviation. Again, guys, I'm guessing we're going to come close to the two. But at minimum, this hourly sell side is going to get hit. Again, there's no inversion here for us to take. There was this one, which was decent. I didn't take it personally, but you can see that it did end up working. Stopped to break even, and it went all the way down. The reason I didn't take this, guys, again, was because we didn't get an SMT. We didn't get a liquidity sweep. Even though it looked decent, it was a nice sized fair value gap. Still not good enough for me to take. But these are the types of days that I love to see. Amazing. Some of these stocks are down so bad. Okay, let's see if we get that hourly sell side sweep now. Wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we come back into this 5 minute first and then go lower. So what I'm going to be looking for here, maybe, guys, if we get a really nice inversion from this level, right? We have that 5 minute inversion right here. 5 minute bearish fair value gap, possibly an inversion, but if we get a trade into here and then a really nice IFVG to the downside, I think I will take this with a scalp to the hourly low. $7.24 to $9.29. Yeah, I think so. This is a manipulation leg right here. Sweeping this buy side, trading into bearish fair value gaps to go down. But, I mean, it's not the whole range. Like, you can see the London and Asia session. We had a decent size move down. It was more of a consolidation in my view. I would have preferred to see us come up and sweep London high first and then get a really nice manipulation. But technically this is a manipulation leg, consolidation, manipulation, distribution. I would have preferred to see this high get swept and this high get swept, but we didn't in today's situation. Sometimes I'm ultra bearish. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Tristan, like sometimes you don't get the A plus consolidation manipulation distribution. So when I see only one area of buy side get swept like this, I mean, yeah, if you're ultra bearish, sure, but I mean, there's no news today. There wasn't supposed to be any news. I don't know if there's anything that came out that Trump said. Who knows? But I'd rather have seen this leg and this leg get swept before like taking a sizable trade to the downside. So it's more so about confidence level and position sizing. If you don't get the manipulation leg that you want, like this is too small of a manipulation leg, then yeah, it's just not worth taking in my view. Or if you do take it, you take it with much smaller size. Yeah, but I don't take into consideration like small FOMC members. Let me check which FOMC members said it. Goolsby, that was at 5:30. There's IMF meetings all day today, so yeah, there just could be volatility. I don't know. Again, guys, when I don't have A plus news, A plus red folder news, and an A plus setup, I sit out. It's just that simple. It's Trump. He's basically talking about how he's Trump is so funny, but he basically just said like a child, pretty much. He's like Powell cut rates for Biden politically and didn't do it for me. All right. So we're coming close to that hourly, but again, guys, there's nothing to take here. If we can, again, if we can come up into this 5-minute bearish PDRA first and then get a short, I'll take something, but no way I'm shorting down here to the lows. If you want to try a scalp down to this, by all means, you can do what you want. It's just not A plus at all. I will mark this the second standard deviation here just so that we have it on our charts. But we don't have to go here, but it's possible that we do. Let me lock it in place. Lock this one in place. But you can see that that's over 100 points away. So not saying we get there, but it's easily possible we go 2 standard deviations from the Asia range. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? All right, good, good, good. Also, guys, make sure you like the stream. I don't know what's going on with my streams, but I'm not getting a lot of recently. Actually, I did have a pretty decent amount on Friday, but not getting as much traction this week. Okay, so this I like to see. I'm guessing that this candle is going to deliver us back into this 5-minute inversion. We do have a secondary one we just tapped into, so it could just be that this is going to get touched, but what I'd rather see is a trade into this one to go short. But if we get an A plus inversion here, I'll try it with maybe one contract. Because we don't have to trade into this first one, but we could. But if we get some kind of an A plus inversion here, we can try scalping that to the hourly low. So no inversion that formed here. You can see here that the wicks came down and closed this gap. But what a crazy week we had last week. Very nice. I think it was 5 for 6. So again, guys, I'm not going to rush into anything. There's no news today, so why am I going to be taking anything with size or taking anything at all? I need to see something A+. So again, we have 2 bearish PDRAs here, a big 5-minute and a big 5-minute. So I'd like to see us trade into maybe some area of this 5-minute right here and then get a short down, or maybe this 5-minute and then get a short. But until then, I can't take anything, unfortunately. I hope that makes sense. And again, I was looking for an inversion here, but we didn't get it, so there's no model for me to trade. But I do think this is a pretty decent spot for us to maybe get an intraday reversal. Not a full reversal, although it's possible. But I would like to see at least a retracement into these 2 fair value gaps. So maybe targeting this high to rebalance this 1 minute. Then maybe we get a short from there, or we trade up into this one and then get the short. Wow, big rejection there. But again, guys, nothing that I can take. Gotta be disciplined. Yeah. And for those of you who don't believe me, you can go back to every single live stream and see what I called out. Some of them I took on the screen. Some of them I did not because it doesn't load on this. This is paper trading, obviously. I know you guys know that, but okay. So immediate rejection from that 5 minute right there. And this sell side is probably going to hit now, but again, there's nothing here to take on a real account. Nothing at all. And the Yeet, are you all in short? Nope. Even though I think this hourly is going to hit, I was waiting for a retracement to get an entry. I did call out this IFVG, but I did not take this because we did not get a liquidity sweep above. Wow. Okay, so we're probably going to go down to hourly sell side now. But one thing they do like to do sometimes is leave this, and then they'll come up, retrace, and then hit it later in the day. So just be aware, guys. If we get an inversion right now to the upside, I think I'll try this. If we miss the hourly sell side by a tick, and we come up, stop to break even, and I'll probably target this 5 minute inversion up here. What's your definition of PD array? What do you mean? A PD array is anything that you can use to bring price to your target, pretty much. It can be a bearish fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap, an order block, a breaker block, an inversion fair value gap, anything you guys think. There's the hourly sell side. So now that that is swept, it is definitely possible we can get a reversal here. If we come back and target this second standard deviation, which is still close to 100 points away, about 80 points actually. I mean, I think what we'll probably do today is come somewhere between this 1 and 2 standard deviation, like this hourly sell side, and then have a reversion back to the mean. So like right now, I'm looking for potentially a reversal back up to this 5 minute inversion right here. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see. And I like that this got it. We had a sell side sweep here, and now we have an inversion to the upside. So if we do get this, guys, I think this is a pretty good long. And then you could target 50% of this leg of price, which right now comes out to this right here. And it's constantly changing, right? Like so far we're still making new lows here, but Basically, I'm going to keep drawing this Fibonacci until, let me just make this thicker. So I'm going to keep drawing this Fibonacci until we make an official low. And then when we inverse this, it'll be set in stone. And then we can target this 50% if we do get the inversion to the upside. So I really want to see a reversal somewhere in here. Like in this, like right here is where I need to see this happen. Make this smaller. Somewhere in this general area before the second standard deviation. And then an inversion here, and we can target the 50% of this leg. That's going to be my one trade of the day. We're in the silver bullet. Yeah, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter. The market can still easily reverse during a silver bullet, guys. Like, just because it's a silver bullet doesn't mean we always have to make lower highs and lower lows. You can, but right now we hit the first standard deviation. We hit a major sell side liquidity on the hourly. So the odds of us reversing here are decently high. Oh, you're saying it could reverse here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, normally when people refer to the silver bullet, they refer to continuation. And then again, guys, my target for this would be this 50% right here. There is a 2-minute inversion and a 3-minute. Is there a 5-minute? Oh, and there's a 5-minute too. So in theory, guys, you want to wait for all of these, but I think waiting for the 1 and the 2 would be okay. So for those of you wondering, this is what the trade would look like. Let me just make sure this is... So risk reward is about a 1.7 if we enter right here. But again, we'll see what happens. All right. Very interesting. Has ES hit its hourly? Wow, a lot more weakness on NQ, guys. If you look at ES right now, we have not even come close to that hourly sell side. And NQ hit it already. So, definitely a lot more weakness in the tech sector. Could be the spot for an SMT here. We did hit the first hourly sell side, but we haven't hit the second or the third on ES. So there could be a high time frame SMT with it's a pretty big divergence or discrepancy, if you want to call it, between the two indices. But yeah, this is ultimately going to be the trade I'm looking for. All right. Um, Arya, is it possible to make $60? Okay, guys, if you're asking the question of can I turn $60 into 1,000, you should not be trading. Sorry, hate to break it to you. If you have $60, guys, and you're trying to trade with it and grow it into a big amount of money, the odds are completely stacked against you. It will probably never work, and you shouldn't be trading in the first place if all you have is $60. Sorry. I turned my last $300 into 1,000. Why are you trading your last $300? I know it sucks for a lot of people to hear that, but that's the reality, guys. If you're trying to take $50, 100, 200, 300, your last $500, and then I lost it. Yeah, and turn it into a big sum of money. I'm just telling you guys, you should not be trading. You should be focusing on generating income and then using consistent money to make money. Don't trade your last $300. Okay, is there a 1 minute SMT here? Let me just check. No, not really. I'm waiting, Mitra, bro. I'm rooting for you, brother. All right, so we're about to get a potential 2 minute and 3 minute inversion. Potentially even a 5 minute inversion. Now we've created the inversion, so this is now holding. So I want to see the 5 minute inverse, which is right here. I want to see the 2 minute and the 3 minute inverse and the 1 minute inverse at the same time. And if that happens, I think this will be a great long. This is your potential stop to break even. I personally wouldn't. I would probably move my stop to break even here, and then I'd hold up to the 50%, which right now is actually, no, it's still here. So this is gearing up for a nice long. If we close above the 1022 low, if we close above, we've closed above it. This is just not a plus long yet, guys, because we can easily reject from here and go lower. We have more areas to fill of the standard deviation. Oh, we closed above the 1022 body high. Decent long, better RR here too, but again, guys, I can't take this because we have so many inversions here that we're just rejecting from. Why would I take a long when we're rejecting from a bearish PD array? It makes zero sense. So with all due respect, Tristan, your RR is good here, but the odds of this working, tough. Yeah, definitely, Tristan, because if this fails, then we're probably going to continue down. You don't want to be over trading and going on tilt, right? Yeah, so there it is. Well, you put your stop at the low, right? Ooh, Chipotle is opening locations in Mexico. Mitra is trading your main job. Yeah, pretty much. I do a lot of real estate too, so real estate and stocks. Most of my money came from flipping and wholesaling real estate. Yes, sir. I've said this story many times, but I graduated from college with an accounting degree. First thing I didn't get an accounting job because I hated it. It was soulless and it sucked. But I started flipping air conditioning units. There was one summer where it was super hot. There was like a crazy heat wave. And I noticed it was time for the summer was up and I was moving home. So I put my, I had like a few months left, but I put my air conditioning up for sale just to see if I could get any offers, and I got like 100 offers on Facebook Marketplace. So I decided to sell it. I made a profit. I used the air conditioning for the whole year, and I made like I think 150 bucks on it. And I thought to myself, well, shit, if I can do this, I'm gonna buy all of my roommates' air conditioning units and sell them. And I ended up making like 1,000 bucks in a week or something crazy. And for me as a college student making zero money, it was like a wake up. And so I had like 2 or 3 months left. And for that whole rest of the summer, I just went around I went to school at San Diego State University. So I just bought all these air conditioning units throughout the whole city and just cleaned them up and resold them. That was how I made my first bit of money. Then I started wholesaling real estate, made more money from that. But I went a year without making any money doing that until I finally broke through and started making a good amount, work with an investor, and boom. Yeah, it's crazy, Tristan. Like, I was shocked that I was able to make 1,000 bucks in a week, and then I was like, all right, I'm going all in on this for the summer. I'm gonna see as much as I can make. I think I ended up making like, I don't know, 20 grand in 3 months or something, which is not that much money, but for a college student, it's pretty darn good. I was making more than my friends who had jobs in the summer, so. All right, so here comes the potential reversal. Yes, sir. And it was just that was when I my eyes got opened up to the money you could make, and yeah, maybe I should start making some motivational shorts. I'm so bad with like cinematics and stuff, and I need to get an editor, honestly. I hate editing videos. Okay, so still holding this 5 minute inversion slash, well, it's not even an inversion, it's just a bearish fair value gap, which is a potential inversion. We'll see though. But so far, not looking good for shorts, for longs, I mean. Every bearish PD array is holding. Also, guys, make sure you like the stream, por favor. Helps other people see it. But I don't know if you guys realize this, but there are so many stocks on discount right now. Um, I already posted in the Discord a few really good ones that I want, but I mean, guys, if you aren't buying stocks when we are down almost 20% correction from all-time highs, I don't know what you're doing. Sorry. So from highs right now, we're trading at over 20% on the Nasdaq discount, so we're in crash territory. S&P not quite yet, but we got very close to it in the last leg of price. But guys, this is the time. If you are young, these are the days where you should be focusing on investing for your long term. Okay. Look at this. Look where we are in the markets. We've had a massive, massive, massive correction. Could we go down lower? Sure. But if you're, look at this, basically 21% right now. If you were investing for 30 years, then definitely this is the time. Do you think a crash is possible? I mean, sure, Tristan. I mean, we already had a crash. We are in a crash right now. This is a crash. 20% down is a crash. Could we go further? Sure. I think we have some PD arrays down here that could be rebalanced. Are they on the weekly chart? We have this weekly imbalance right here, and then I believe there's a monthly or a 3 month imbalance here. So yeah, I think we could easily come down to this low, but nobody knows for sure. You can't just basically you can't just say, "Oh, it could always go lower." Sure it could, but now is the time to start, guys. If you have money at side, this is the time to be buying. Been buying so many different positions. And I post all of them, every single position that I add for my long-term portfolios, I post in the Discord. So do not miss out on that shit, guys. I'm gonna post it again, as always, but I'll pin it. Okay, so hopefully we get a reversal here, guys. This is what I'm banking on. If the 5-minute inverse is 2, it's going to be great, but unfortunately we get that just happens. So we need to wait for another 5-minute before this closes, but I still think this is good. If the 1-minute and 2-minute close above, I think this is a good opportunity to long. So like there's a lot of accounts out there. I posted another educational thread in the Discord yesterday about these like fear porn, bear. I don't want to use that word. Bear fanatics that they just post. It's over. It's doomsday. The market's gonna crash. 100%. We're going back down to zero. Like all this crazy stuff because unfortunately bears they sound smart. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if there's a death cross or this or that. I'm telling you guys right now, the market is designed to go up over time. The last 100 years, the market has done nothing but go up. It's designed to go up over time. So if you guys are investing on heavy downtimes when everybody is fearful, that is the time that you're going to make the most money in the long term. Could we crash another 10%, 12%? Sure. But what is that in the grand scheme of things when in 10 years you're going to be up thousands and hundreds of thousands of points, tens of thousands of points? Okay, so no close above just yet, but I think this high is coming, and then I think we're going to go to the 50% here. Looks very likely, but we'll see. We got just under 30 seconds until the close here. 2-minute has closed above, 3-minute has closed above, 5-minute has not, but I'm going to allow for the 5-minute to stay. So that is the entry right there, guys. You could move your stop to break even here. I'm going to move my stop to break even here and target the 50%. So TP is going to be up here. Stop loss is going to be below these lows. And if this loses, guys, it'll be my one trade of the day and I will be done for the week. Oh, done for the day. Okay, so this is my entry. Again, if I get stopped out, so be it. It's about a 1-for-1 at these lows, but technically the stop is going to be a close back below this 1-minute inversion, but I'm going to allow for the 5-minute to hold as well. So my stop to break even, guys, is going to be up here. Right here at this 1-minute fair value gap. If you guys want to move your stop to break even or even take profits here for a scalp, that's up to you. I'm not going to. I'm holding till the 50% of this leg of price. Got a little icky for a second. I don't know what that means, Tristan. So in theory, guys, the 5-minute still has not inversed. This could be a wick, and I could get stopped out here. I'm accepting the risk of entering before I really should be. But nonetheless, I think this is going to be good. We'll see what happens in the next 2 minutes. We could have a massive down move here and create a wick, not inversing this 5-minute, but I still like the fact that the 2-minute inverse, the 3-minute inverse, the 1-minute inversed. So we should, in theory, come up here at minimum to this high, but I think we're going to the 50%. That's my target. What I'll do, guys, maybe I'll take a partial here. Hold on. So partial here, and then I'll partial the last one up here. Okay, so beautiful so far. Again, if you want to move your stock to break even there, you can. I'm not going to. So totally up to you guys what you do. Wow, yeah, Tristan, that held, didn't it? Wait, 1022. Yeah, it held. That's awesome, bro. Congrats. Again, guys, if you are risk averse, your stop should have been moved to break even there. But I think what's going to happen here is they're probably going to come down, create a little bit of uncomfortability here, and then go up. But again, you guys can do what you want. This is just how I view price. I think we're going to go at minimum to this 1 minute inversion here, where I will take a partial, and then I will partial at the 50%. I don't like the fact that we came super close there, but I'll just let it hold. If we end up closing back below this body, guys, I will stop out the trade. Because I don't want to see us come this close to the highs here. Don't like that. I don't like the fact that we swept this high by a tick, and now we're rejecting. All right, guys, I'm going to book one right there, and I'm moving my stop to break even now. All right, guys, free trade. We're holding up to the 50%. Congrats if you took that. I mean, it was A+. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but I'm going to move my stops on fundeds too. But that was just too good to ignore, guys. Come on. Now it's a free trade. If I get stopped out on the rest, I'm going to move my stop to pure break even, just 5 points above. But yeah, I think at minimum we're going to come up to the 50% of this leg of price, right? Fibonacci, low to high. This is the 50%. A plus inversion, change of the state of delivery. I mean, how else? What else can you say here? It's just too good. Do you have 30-second charts? Not on TradingView, but I do on Top Step. I hope you guys are learning this, right? What was the thesis behind this trade? Again, hourly sell side sweep. This is the low that formed on Thursday, April 10th. We swept it by just a few ticks. And then we created a really nice 1 minute inversion here. I think I'll probably get stopped out for break even on the rest of this, guys. If not, I get lucky and I get another $800 on the day or whatever for this, for 2 NQ contracts. But hourly sell side sweep, that was this red line. A plus inversion to the downside. Now we're probably going to come up and stop people out who entered on this leg. In fact, what you can do, guys, if you really want, is move your stop below this body. But again, there is a stop out for break even on the rest. I booked half my profits. So that's all I need. From here now that this has closed above, or this buy side has been swept, we don't have to come up to this 5 minute, right? Because we do have this bearish 5 here that could be just used to reject and go lower, okay? But yeah, I think right now what we're probably going to do is come back and rebalance this 1 minute. But we also could just be coming down to stop out everyone who entered on this body. But I think we're going to go down to here, is my guess. Are you the real ICT? Who knows, bro? Maybe ICT learned from me, bro. See, I'm 27, right? Or 28. And ICT learned ICT like 30 years ago, guys. So he could have learned from me when I was negative 3 years old, you know? Just letting you know it's possible. Okay? beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, guys. Also, yo, there is 11 people watching this and there's 4 likes. I just literally called the market to a tick. We just made a quick, what, $600 or something? Called it to a tick, $600, and people aren't liking the stream. That's wild. um, yeah, so you guys see why I moved my stop to break even at this high and not this high? It's very likely we're going to rebalance this tiny 1 minute. Um, and so I didn't want to get stopped out on this trade first before sweeping it. And you can see we booked half our profits. Free trade, boom, boom, boom. All right, 7 likes, a little bit better. There's still like 4 bots in here that aren't liking the stream. I know you would, Charlie. Charlie is like my number one fan, bro. Number one, not a fan. He's not a fan. He's a supporter, but he's my number one supporter in the Discord. Shows up to all the streams, always liking and commenting, and he's all like he's hungry to learn, which I love to see. Oh, Matra, love the stream. And a fan. No, I honestly I hate calling people fans because that's not really I don't like that word. That's it's kind of like what ICT says. It's kind of like idolizing, and I think that that's really stupid. We're all human beings. We're all on this journey together, and we all have different roles, right? Some people are learners at some stages. I was a learner at one stage. Sometimes you're a teacher. Sometimes you're a I don't know. It's just like I don't like those words. So we're rejecting from this 1 minute here. And I think we'll probably end up coming back down to stop people out here. This very bearish day. So this obviously this 1 minute PDRA worked out, but I think that we're probably going to end up heading back down to the sell side. Maybe we come up and sweep the 50% first. So another trade you guys could do, I will say this is pretty decent. If we get this inversion, so we have 2 bearish PDRAs here, the RR ends up being better on this leg of price. And I would target the 50% because we still haven't swept it. We still haven't touched the 50%. So if we end up getting this inversion here above these 2 bearish for value gaps, that's another long. 1.33 to 1. So not the best RR, but still good. All right. And if you're asking me about this inversion, guys, there is a 1 minute here. Let's see if you guys can guess. So for those of you who have learned IFEGs, have studied them for a bit, is this an A plus inversion? Because we technically did close up below it, right? Is this an A plus inversion to the downside? Let's see what you guys know and what you don't. Mitra says yes. Who else? And if you guys are really confident in what you believe, then you can give it a rating. Sir, I want to share my research in exchange for some money. Bro, I'm not a charity. If your research is good, Upta. If your research is good, bro, just use it to make your own money, no? I think this is crazy to short just because of how far we are down. Yeah, this is not a good spot to be shorting. This is a tiny 1 minute inversion. Could this work? Absolutely. But we've closed below it, then we closed above it, now we're closing back below it. Technically, this is a 1 minute order block, but this is a tiny 1 minute. We just swept hourly sell side. This is not an A plus short. Not at all. Could it work? Sure. We're super bearish on the day. But if you take this 1 minute fair value gap, if you take this 1 minute inversion 100 times, you will not be profitable. I guarantee it. But Upta, we'd love to hear what is your research about? What does it entail? What does it involve? The thing I'm gonna share is definitely you're unaware of, and it will make you goosebumps. Bruh. Oopta, I mean, bro, if you want to share it, You can share it. If you're asking for $1 million to help your Nigerian prince brother get out of Uganda, or in your case maybe Nepal, then you can let me know. Oh my god. Uh, you sound like ICT though, that's for sure. Yeah, he's gonna tell you text the WhatsApp number. If you text the what's how to reach you personally. I clicked go on my Gupta. Click the link that I pinned in the comments. Go to my WAP. Go to my Discord. You can join the free section and you can send me a chat, or you can add me on X. I'm ready to hear the information, bro. I want goosebumps. Here, I'll post my I'll post my X account. So if you guys want to follow me on X, click that link. Mitra wants goosebumps too. Well, Mitra, listen, goosebumps are only for the masters, bro. If you full port short, you're not allowed to get goosebumps. In fact, I can give you goosebumps. Take all your capital and short the market right here, and see what happens. Uh, okay, guys. So again, that was a beautiful trade. I don't want to get distracted here. I know everybody wants their goosebumps. They want to hear what Upta has to say straight from Bangladesh. But unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to wait until he sends me something. Still no follow from Upta. I'm waiting. Tristan, that's so good. Upta, where are you from, brother? Sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful. We're just joking around. Okay. I actually have no dislike for anybody. Seriously, all of this is in fun and games, guys. I'm not actually trying to be an ass here. But I will tell you guys, if anybody um, tells you they've found the secret to the market, or they have something that's undeniable with a 100% win rate, obviously they're 99.9999999% chance they're being scam artists, right? If you have something that's a 100% win rate, why would you share it with anybody else, and why would you not be just banking? Asking somebody for money for information is more than likely the fact that you don't have information and it's not actually something you can use to make money. And yeah, I'm not judging you, Upta. I'm just being just it's all fun and games. If you have something that works for you, I would keep it a secret, bro. I wouldn't even share it. Why would you share something that you've worked so hard on for a small amount of money? If it can make you infinite money in the markets, why would you share it? Oh, I just saw Mitra. Yeah, you saw my my message. Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah, take your time. If you ever need anything, guys, if you guys ever join the community, I will always send you a message on WAP. On Discord, I will not send you messages, but on WAP, until I have like way too many people to handle, if you guys need any help, just reach out to me. Okay, so let me see if there's a potential SMT here. There is an SMT. Okay, this is the SMT right now. Again, could this fail? Absolutely. But we have an SMT at lows. Okay, right? NQ is making a lower low. ES is making a higher. N. Wait, what am I on? ES is making a lower low. NQ is making a higher low. So technically, this is an SMT right now. So if we get this to inverse, guys, I'm going to take another long, targeting the 50% of this leg of price. Where does the 50% come from again, guys? Low, high to low, or low to high, whichever you want. Oopda. I have been investing in the market since I was 16. I'm now 28. Trading. I mean, day trading like this with SMTs and Fibonacci's and all this and standard deviations. 4.5, almost 5 years. But I mean, I've understood technical analysis from a younger age. Um, but yeah. How about you, Oopda? So we were now 6 for 7 over the last week and this week starting, which I'm happy about. But again, we have to be careful. We're not just going to take anything randomly. Did you rip fat bulls for 420? Hell no. So one thing that's interesting with me, I used to celebrate 420 back in my high school and college days heavily. But as I've gotten older, it really does nothing for me. So I stopped that many years ago. I rarely drink either. Like maybe a glass of wine once every 2 or 3 weeks. Oopta. I'll how about this? If you share something with me that is so mind-blowing, I'll give you a free month in the Discord. How about that? But if it's not mind-blowing, bro, and then you're not getting anything. But my question to you is, if it's so mind-blowing that it's going to give me goosebumps, why would you share it? Why wouldn't you just use it for yourself? Tristan, my dad's been an alcoholic my whole life, so I never really had a drinking phase. Good, bro. I have a friend that's an alcoholic. Unfortunately, he struggles a lot, but it never does you good. Okay, Upta, no worries, bro. Keep it to yourself. If you need financial support, then obviously your information is not good enough to the point where it would it would help me, right? Um, good, Tristan. Good, bro. Okay, so now we're basically just watching to see if this SMT holds. And if it doesn't hold, then obviously nothing here is worth trading in my view. But again, guys, we've already had an A plus long. No need for me to be doing anything stupid here. But my guess is that this is going to end up taking us back up to this high and then higher. Nah, it's not intraday strategy. Trust me, bro. Say what I do. Trust me, I say what I do. That's why I asked you. Oopta, what? I don't understand. Why don't you use it to make money? Why do you need financial help? My dad was voted most likely to be successful in high school and was going to college, but alcohol was more important. Yeah. Alcohol is a killer of ambition. It's the killer of drive, the killer of motivation. I don't think it's good for your soul, to be honest. If you have a little bit here and there, sure. If you want to have fun with your boys, have like a couple beers or a couple glasses of wine, but It can't generate quick money. It's wealth generation research. I appreciate you, Upta, but I don't need your research, sir. I'll tell you guys right now, without asking you for any money. Wait for the markets to drop 20% from all-time highs. Look where we are right now, 20%. Buy this every single time it happens in the market. Every time. I don't care what happens. Every time. I don't care if the world is about to end. I don't care if the sky's about to fall. I don't care if Jerome Powell's going to get fired or Trump is going to tell you that he's going to tariff the whole world. Buy this and hold it. Buy it every time. 20%. Buy it every time. And I promise you, not financial advice, you will be rich in the next 30 years. Guaranteed. Yeah, Charlie, that too. Pot is definitely a killer of drive and ambition. And those munchies, they're going to get you fat. If me and the boys have a cigar, I might have a beer or two. For sure. Everything in moderation, except the hardcore stuff. All right, guys. So if this inverses to the upside, I think this is another good long. Not really anything else that I see here on the charts. I will say this is higher risk. Oaf, previous message. I'm not sure what that means, Evan. Look up. Evan Lucas. Hello world, where is your course link? I pinned it. I don't have a course. I created some free courses on YouTube if you guys want to learn ICT. But if you want to join the community, there's a link pinned in the chat. And I think it's in the description as well of the video. Okay, but so far, no. The SMT is holding, but we don't have any kind of inversions. I will say this 1 minute inversion is higher risk, guys, because we've already traded into this 5 minute. I will probably only take this on eval. This was my A+ long. But I think that if this inverses to the upside, we will come back and take the 50%. Can you make a video on how you set up your trading view? I mean, there's not really much to set up, but yeah, if you guys want. Also, if you guys join the community, I told you guys already, but you get a free 30-minute session with me where we can discuss anything you want. It can be related to trading. It can be related to trading view. It can be related to chart setup. So I'm happy to go over that with you with your 30-minute session, but up to you. How long do you let SMTs play out before being confident in it? After a 1 minute? How long do you let SMTs play out before being confident? I mean, an SMT is an SMT until it breaks, right? So as long as this holds, it'll be an SMT forever. But once we break through it, then now both indices are making a lower low, then it's not an SMT anymore. Do you use a scanner for intraday stocks? No, I don't trade. Do you recommend getting TradingView Premium? Yeah, I mean, if you're going to trade with TradingView like I do, for sure. Because you need live data, guys. Right? This is the NASDAQ 100. In order to get live data, you have to pay for premium. And also, if you want indicators on your charts, then I think you need premium for that. But no, all that I trade, guys, is NQ. I do not scan a bunch of stocks. I'm telling you guys right now, you do not need other stocks. You pick one thing. I personally trade futures. I trade the NASDAQ futures. The tax benefits are way better. Would you ever do a $1,000 small cash account challenge? Why? It's not worth my time. Like, for me to take the amount of money that I am making with trading and all of a sudden reduce it down to a small account, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I could do them both at the same time, but it's not worth it to me. I'd rather just focus on, yeah, of course, hello world, of course, brother. I'd rather just focus on what works for me and focus on one or two accounts. For me, that's fundeds and cash accounts. And then occasionally evals because I want copy trading. But no, I don't trade foreign markets. I do trade Forex though, sometimes. So like I have long-term shorts right now on a few different things, but with Forex I don't day trade it. I swing trade Forex. Ooh, interesting 1 minute inversion here. So I had a short on the Great British Pound Australian dollar and the Great British Pound New Zealand dollar. Both of these are still open. I did book some profits at this sell side liquidity. If you guys see that we're now getting a intra day reversal, we had a big bullish reaction from Friday, but I think this is going to go lower. I think we're going to revert down to the mean, so I want to see this low get swept. I'm going to book most of my profits here on that, but let me go back to NQ. All right. Yeah, NQ. I don't trade ES, but I use it for divergence, meaning SMTs, and then I swing trade Forex. It's very, in my opinion, very predictable. The Forex markets on the higher time frames. Forex markets are very likely to revert to the means, so whether that be to the long or the short side, so I think they're A plus. A plus markets to trade if you know what you're doing. By the way, guys, if you want me to call out Forex pairs in the Discord, you can let me know. I don't really call that out at all. All I do is my day trading, swing trading, option selling, etc., etc. But if you guys want access to all of that, there is a free 3-day trial. But in the Discord, I do market overviews almost every single week. We go over the economic calendar, all of my long-term trades, all my long-term portfolios, my swing trading, day trading, all my option selling plays. That's how I generate a lot of my monthly income. It's all available there. So, but guys, you can see how the SMT is still holding here, right? We still have this lower, the low that's holding. Right now, we are rejecting from this 1 minute bearish fair value gap. Could deliver us lower, but again, guys, I'm not shorting this low in the markets. If you want to take this 1 minute inversion and move your stop to break even at this high, you can. I would prefer to see this get inversed, and that would tell me we're probably going to go to the 50%. So. Okay, so very bearish reaction from that 1 minute PD array, and we're in the macro time here. What I'm going to do, guys, if we break this SMT right now, which looks likely, I will be done. I'm going to be done with it at the macro time anyways. We've had a great day. No need to be taking anything else. If I see something A+, as always, guys, in the Discord under the live alert section, I will call it for you guys so you can see it. But that is going to be it. Let's see if this SMT holds or not. But I will say to you guys, if you have taken a trade today with me and you are profitable, learn to be content. I know maybe some of you guys aren't making huge sums of money with that trade, but if you scale this up over time, guys, this is enough. This move from where we entered here all the way up to the buy side is enough. Okay, so just understand that. No, hello world. I think all indicators are garbage. They're all, the only time I ever use RSI and MACD are on the daily, weekly, and monthly time frames, and it's only if I'm looking to add a stock for the long term, but never ever on day trading. It is pointless. I'm telling you right now, guys, all you need is liquidity and fair value gaps, and maybe Fibonacci's. But that's just basically to measure price. It's nothing to do with indicators telling you whether you should be buying or selling. All of that is BS. It does not work. Telling you right now. Only time you should be using these Bollinger Bands RSI MACD is for long-term analysis on stocks you want to own. And it's not meant to be like an A+ entry. It's meant to be basically a spot for you to dollar cost average when a stock is oversold. quote unquote. But for day trading, I'm telling you right now, it is completely useless. Okay, so the SMT is still holding, guys, but I think I'm going to call it a day here. We've had a great session. No need to be over trading here. Yeah, of course, hello world. I appreciate all you guys being here. Make sure you like, comment, whatever, subscribe if you guys enjoy the channel, if you guys want to see me trade. So the way that I work it, guys, is right now I'm doing 3 days on YouTube. So I think Monday, let me check real quick. Monday, Tuesday, Friday will be on YouTube, and I use the best days in the market to trade in the Discord privately with the community. But you can see here the reason I'm picking Wednesday and Thursday to trade in the Discord is because we have our red folder news these days. I love to take my cash account and funded account trades on a red folder news days. But if there's something A plus on a non-red folder news day, I will take it on a funded account. If it's really, really good, then I'll take it on a cash account, but rare. But yeah, guys, I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys tomorrow on YouTube, and then Wednesday in the Discord. All right, guys, thanks for joining.